Alrighty everyone, Lee Henkin here. So today's video is going to be a short and sweet one, but I hope it's going to be a valuable one as well. So basically, what I'm going to be running through is essentially the 3Qs framework to selling any B2B offer with cold emails. So this is the kind of framework I use whenever I write cold emails, whether it's in my own business or for client campaigns we're running. This is the reason why this particular framework works for literally any B2B offer, whether it's product, service, coaching, marketing, SaaS, whatever it is. The reason why it works is because it really answers the three questions that every prospect is asking themselves internally whenever they get a cold email. Okay. And if you actually look at like anyone's kind of successful cold email scripts anywhere online, whether anywhere on social media, YouTube, whatever, you'll find if you really look at it, that those email scripts answer these three questions. So that's why this works for literally writing cold emails for any B2B offer, okay? Because it answers the three questions that every prospect asks themselves. So pretty straightforward, really. As you can see on the screen here, the three questions are: who are you? What do you want? Why should I give a shit? Okay, so they are the three questions that every prospect is asking themselves when you enter their inbox and interrupt them. Okay, so why it's really important to answer these questions. So it's pretty straightforward. So I'll go through each of them one by one now. So first one, who are you? Straightforward. You just tell them who you are, your name, company, etc. Nothing complicated to that. Second one here, what do you want? This one's a bit more important because to answer this question effectively, what you're doing is you're basically just telling them the reason why you're getting in touch. So why are you contacting this stranger? Why are you interrupting their day with your email they didn't ask for? Okay, so yeah, you're essentially telling them why, telling them what you got, what you're selling, who it's for. They're kind of key things to look at when crafting like a statement in your cold email outreach messaging that actually answers this second question: what do you want? And the third one, which is probably the most important, why should I give a shit? This is really the most critical one because yeah, it's just like, why should I care? Why should I give a shit? Why should I bother giving attention to this email and what you're selling, what you're saying? Okay, so the way you pretty much answer this question that they're asking internally is to just like, the way I do it is tell them what's the big result they're going to get from the thing you're selling or reaching out about, okay, for the reason why. So ideally, you want to kind of distill your offer down into a quantifiable, tangible result, and ideally with a time frame attached to it as well. And that is the thing that's essentially going to answer that question of, why they should care about it. Or another way to think of it is, what's in it for me? The old marketing idiom. That's a classic. Okay, so that's how you answer that question. It's just like, in my opinion, that's the most effective way to do it. If you've got an offer you're selling that where you can kind of quantify a tangible result in a specific time frame, that's definitely what you want to be putting down to answer that question. And so you essentially use these three questions as the basis for writing like your entire cold email outreach message. Okay, so it's like starting off with, who are you? What do you want? Why should I give a shit? That's how you're going to craft your entire cold email outreach message. So the way you do that, which I've got an example here just to show you, this is like a real actual script I'm using for a client. So basically, the first part of the question, who are you? I'll just highlight there. You're basically, you're answering that question, who are you, right here, as you can see where it's highlighted. Second question, what do you want? What do you got? What are you selling? Here's where I'm answering that. You're telling them, where I've got it highlighted, you're telling them why you're contacting them and interrupting their day with your email. All right. So as you can see, I'm not going to read it out. You can see that yourself on the screen, but that's answering the question. Why? What do you want? Like, you're telling them why you're getting in touch with them, telling them what you're selling, what you got, telling them the benefit of it, like you're telling them who it's for. Okay. And then the third one, why should I give a shit? You're answering that here. Okay. So this is basically like, there's different ways you can distill or answer that question. One is you can just say like, oh, we do X, Y, Z, you know, quantify the tangible result in the time frame, and that's why I'm getting in touch or whatever. Or we specialize in X, Y, Z in time frame, blah blah. Another way you can do it, or at least the way I did it with this particular client, was just like a case study. So you can also do it that way, which is probably perhaps maybe a more effective way as well, because you're also not only are you answering that question directly or why they should care, but you're also adding in a bit of credibility booster there as well by mentioning another client or a similar company that's similar to them. So as you can see where that highlighted section is, that's essentially what we've done there. Okay, we've just mentioned like, competitor, another company in their market, and we're basically telling them the result and the time frame. And then we're just finishing with a simple CTA. Okay, so that's pretty much how like an email would look, where you answer those three questions from essentially start to finish. So you're starting off with who are you, what do you want, why should I give a shit, and then you're just answering it in your cold email. That's pretty much how I approach writing every cold email. It's the easiest way to do it, in my opinion. I've used this framework for, I use it in my own business campaigns, when for prospecting for clients. Use it for a whole range of different types of marketing agencies, software, coaching. This just works for literally any B2B offer, because it answers the questions that a prospect is asking themselves subconsciously. That's why it's so effective. So that's pretty much how you do it. So I'd highly recommend you try that out. If you struggle actually writing cold emails, actually try this. Try this framework, because it's dead set simple to do. Main things are that you just get clear on the benefits of what you offer in advance, the results it gets, because then you can essentially just plug that into your messaging for answering the second and third questions. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Short and sweet video, but hopefully gives you a lot of value, helps you out if you're struggling to write good copy. And I definitely recommend you try this out, because it just plain works for any product or service in B2B. That's pretty much it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, and I'll see you on the next video.